At the peak of her career, Zohra Al Fassiya was one of the greatest female voices in North Africa, recording dozens of records in her career in Morocco and at least 17 albums for Polyphone, Pathé, and Philips. Zohra became known as the Songbird of Fez due to her mastery of the Melhoun, Shabi, and other musical styles from Morocco. Loved and praised by Jews and Muslims alike, Al Fassiya toured Algiers and Morocco. But in 1964, Zohra, still at the height of her career, decided to move to Israel, leaving behind her 4 daughters who eventually moved to France and the United States. Upon her arrival in the country, she recorded with Zakifon, the only Arabic Jewish record label existent in Israel at the time. The years passed, her career slowed down, and with no presence in the media, she remained known only among Moroccans of her generation. To find out more about the legendary singer, we visit filmmaker and activist Chaim Shiran at his senior citizens' home in North Tel Aviv. Using his own funds and time, he embarked on a personal mission of filming a documentary that will honor the singer's legacy.
She was so famous in Morocco, and here, nobody spoke about her. I was then working in TV and dealt with Mizrahi issues, and it was very painful for me. So we decided to make a tribute evening in her honor in Ashkelon, and ever since I started going to visit her every week to talk to her, we became very good friends.
באמת המלך אהב לשמוע אותך שרה?
כל הזמן באופלה דו סמאז'סטי.
בארמון של המלך הוא היה מזמין אותה.
כל הזמן, במוחמד חמישי וגם חסן השני.
The documentary remains uncompleted until this day.
רציתי לפעמים את הסרט עכשיו לפני כמה חודשים.
I wanted to finish the movie a few months ago, but then I suffered a stroke. I need to add a few more segments. I want to film Erez Biton reciting his poem, and since I didn't film at her funeral, I want to organize a memorial ceremony at the cemetery and bring many artists to her grave.
ולהביא המון אומנים לקבר שלה גם כן.
Family members of Zohra, along with some historians, have pointed blaming fingers to the local media establishment of the time that was dedicated to promoting a new kind of national identity, which did not incorporate the Arabic-speaking Jew as part of its narrative.
People forgot about her because many didn't know she was living here. Only those who saw her performing a few times in Mimuna celebrations, she was all forgotten in Ashkelon. It wasn't until Erez Biton wrote the song, and then I came and organized the evening tribute event and started taking her to performances.
As opposed to the way Zohra Al Fassiya was portrayed by poet Erez Biton, her family claimed she wasn't sad nor living in poverty. She had everything she needed in her humble public housing home in Ashkelon, where the diva lived until her death in 1995. 2 decades after the death of the legendary Moroccan singer, her offspring continue to be active in the world of music and arts.
على زهرة الفاسية جي وتغنيه
But despite having no blood relation to Zohra, it's Moroccan-Israeli musician Net El-Kayam who is picking up where the legendary singer left off. Adding fresh arrangements to attract new audiences. Netta and her husband, Amit Hai Cohen, both travel often to Morocco. Has the legacy of Zohra been exaggerated, or is she still remembered in Morocco?
Definitely yes, and not only Zohra Al Fassiya. They remember much more of the Jewish heritage. They call it Shguri. And actually they are always also looking for new things, new stuff that still happen here. Al Maghribi, I watch sometimes the channel of Morocco here, and there's always like program or two that they are mentioning Sami Al Maghribi, Salim Hilali, Zohra, and a lot of Jewish artists that used to work there.
But to perform an old repertoire with Arabic linguistic complexities and North African accents is not easy.
I needed to work for 1 year to understand all the texts that I sing now in the concert. You immediately notice that she's something different. Something was different about her voice. She wasn't busy of like decorating her voice. She used to sing what was on her heart, and she brought it in a very, very warm and rusty.
And just like her unconventional style of singing, Zohra lived an unconventional liberal life for the life period she lived in. Divorcing in Morocco at the age of 18 in the 1920s was a rare thing. Zohra also gave birth to 2 children out of wedlock. Many conservative Moroccans at the time did not accept her lifestyle, while some religious Jews believed she shouldn't perform in front of men. But Zohra always chose her own path.
And I think in the scene of Moroccan music here in Israel, Zohra were appreciated. I mean, I saw videos of Haim Shiran that you see Sami Al Maghribi, bless her, and Sheikh Muizo, and all the famous musicians, Moroccan musicians here, they had a big respect for her. But she was maybe a little bit not relevant anymore because she was maybe a little bit old.
I think she's just one part of the story, of the Jews who came from Islamic lands to here. The treatment she received is the same treatment we received. We were neglected, excluded. The establishment did not take any interest in our culture. We were treated differently to those who came from Europe.
Abiyadi, a tribute to Zohra Al Fassiya, was a sold-out concert at the Jerusalem Oud Festival. The performance included video art and documentary segments between the songs. The show has brought the name Zohra Al Fassiya back into the spotlight. Perhaps it represents a new period of cultural historical justice in Israel.